Yo, welcome back to the Audio Theory Podcast. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button. What's good, Danny? How have you been?
I've been good, dude. Another short week, so I feel like can't get mad at that, right? Got to be grateful we had Monday off. I had Monday off the week prior as well, so but all good on my end, bro. I had a really nice Labor Day weekend. I mean, bro, I feel like the drinking has gone up a notch, so I'm really trying to ease back. So like Sunday and Monday we didn't do anything, but like Thursday night we went out, Friday night we went out, Saturday we drank all day watching college football kick off. So yeah, man, a lot of drinking for sure. But besides that, super chill to mine, bro. How was your Labor Day weekend? You know, just a few days removed from you getting back from Jamaica.
Sounds almost identical to mine. So I feel much better because I'm like, fuck, am I a degenerate who has a problem or something?
No, bro.
Long weekends are like
yeah,
this.
bro. It's like even my I think I had a glass of wine Sunday because my wife cooked, and I was like, bro, but like we don't work tomorrow, so like, why are we stressed? Like, yo, we can have a glass of wine.
Exactly. So Thursday I had a work event. It was kind of like our summer happy hour, if you will, which is dope. It was in San Francisco. It's in this like outdoor area called Spark Social. It's kind of like on this like almost outdoor lot with like a bunch of artificial grass and a bunch of food trucks and
Yeah,
beer stands and stuff.
I feel like every major city in America has to have this. Otherwise, like you don't qualify for like a tax refund or some shit, bro. Like I feel
Right,
like
right.
every city has this.
Yeah. So it was nice to kick it with a bunch of coworkers there, which I rarely get to do. And then Friday, my wife hosted a barbecue at our place.
Oh, you mentioned that. How'd that end up going down?
It was super dope. I mean, it's mainly for her coworkers, so a few which I know. So I mean, it was cool to see them. But it was a really good day. But it started at like 1 and it didn't end till like 1 a.m. So my Saturday was shot. Didn't do anything. But Sunday, once I fully recovered, just went out. I started the day off. My wife and I and a coworker, who I'm also friends with, we all did Barry's class.
Oh, dope.
And then afterwards, just had lunch on Santana Row, which is like the almost like I don't know, commercial area of the city where there's just like, you know, several blocks of restaurants and stores and shit. So we had lunch there and then saw a movie.
What'd
The
you
one
see?
with Channing Tatum, Blink Twice.
Oh, that's the one that his wife or girlfriend is Zoe Kravitz directed that one.
Yes, correct.
Nice. I think she may have written it as well, but I know she definitely directed the movie.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it
she
good? Because
directed it.
I definitely want to see that. So
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Okay.
They have like this like trauma warning in the beginning, but I don't think most people necessarily that'll be a deterrent. But it was, I think it was a bit more disturbing than I had imagined before seeing it, but I thought it was really good.
Oh, so like it's like a is it like more on the horror psychotic side?
Yeah, it's like a horror psychology, similar vibe to like Get Out, I guess you could say.
Okay. So like there's like okay, like they like you know something's wrong, but they're almost like playing along like they don't know something's wrong. Like
Yeah,
okay, yeah, because
I think psychological thriller, I guess, is the correct term.
Got it. Yeah, okay, cool. I definitely want to see that. Good. I'm glad you brought that up then. Okay, cool. So you saw that, and that was on Monday or Sunday?
Sunday. And
Nice.
then Monday didn't do shit. I literally played video games, I think, for like 10 hours.
Bro, amazing. Yeah,
It was
bro,
so fun though.
I feel like I haven't been doing that, but like I think the last couple of weeks, like the weather helped because it was just fucking torrential downpour here so like it forced you to stay inside. But I was like, bro, if I want to rot on the couch and watch 7 straight episodes of whatever, bro, why not? Bro,
Right.
bro, like I work hard, like clearly, right? Like I'm not like, you know, everything at work is fine, knock on wood. Whatever hustling I'm trying to do on the side with this or whatever, like I do. So like, bro, just like watch another fucking episode of Sopranos, bro. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
And I never do that shit, at least not to that extent. And I was like,
Correct.
fuck it. I feel like doing that today, and that's fine.
Yeah, dude. Sunday, Gene and I did that, bro. We still woke up to go to get a workout in, but then oh no, dude, we did it. We actually did not work out. So we woke up at like 10:30 and we're like, bro, fuck it. We're not gonna play pickleball. It's raining. And she's like, should we just skip the workout? I was like, absolutely, bro. So we had breakfast and then just watched so much TV, bro. Like, yeah, we finished like this mini docu series, and then we're like, let's watch 4 episodes of this show. We finished the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, like the new version of it on Peacock. Like, bro, we finished everything. So it's like, but it was dope though, bro. It's like, yeah, when am I doing this, bro? Because think about it. Today, just to give you guys context, like Blair just got home from work on the West Coast. I only walked into my house at 8:30 at night. I've been gone the entire day. We're not going to stop recording until 10 o'clock for me. So it's like, bro, then I'm going to bed, you know? So like, take advantage of these days that you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you a question though, because you brought up it was like your summer happy hour. And then I see everyone, and I'm probably going to end up doing the same thing out of fucking peer pressure, posting their summer recaps. Bro, and again, I know I'm wearing a sweater right now, so maybe I'm the wrong person to bring this up. But like, isn't summer over like in 2.5 weeks? Or like, do you consider summer done already?
I would say it's done. The only reason why I hesitated was because it's just so hot in California. Like, I feel like it's pretty much always summer till December, but I would say it's done. Once Labor Day and all that shit and kids are back in school, I'm like, it's done. It's over.
Interesting. Yeah, because according to like Google, this shit's still going on until September 22nd.
The hell?
Yeah, like that's the official
That sounds
last
like wishful
day.
thinking.
Yeah, that's like the official. But again, also I feel like the official first day of winter is like late December, early January. Like, bro, I'm
Right.
freezing by November if you're living in New York. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, it's interesting, bro, because yeah, everyone's like, goodbye, summer. And I'm like, bro, we got like 3 weeks left. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I would say it's
fair.
over for sure.
Yeah, fair. All right, fair enough. All right, so I'll get out some more sweaters for the rest of the fall that apparently started today. So, all right, man, let's get into it. Episode 191, episode 190. By the time you hear this, will be up everywhere, especially the audio. But yeah, we spoke about him quite a bit. Again, I don't know how long you want to dive into this, but we finally got the album for Big Sean, Better You Than Me. I think a few. Oh damn! I didn't even add this fucking album yet. That's how much I didn't like it. Better You Than Me. I think we mentioned last week that if you and I send a couple of songs to each other, it's probably a good sign. So to give people some context, we did do that. I think Precision, and there was like one more. Was it Thundercat?
Typecast. Right?
Typecast. So those two songs we sent to each other. I believe the overall album is like 20 tracks though, right? Am I bugging for that or?
It's definitely close if it's not that number. Let's see.
I'm pulling it right. 21 songs. I know there's like 4, maybe, 3 skits and an intro. So you have that. But overall, it is a 21 track. It's an hour and 6 minutes long. The overall body of work. So yeah, man, I'll let you go start, man. Where do you want to start on the project?
I'll just do like a brief recap of my expectations and then like how I actually felt. I know we kind of touched on it last episode.
But go for it.
But I think when you're like as great as Big Sean, I think there's no denying that at least in the past 10 years, he's I would say kind of like top 10 mainstream artists that like have been part of the conversation. If not top 10, like top 20 for sure.
I would say, dude, honestly, I would say definitely top 10. There might be an argument for like top 7.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess if he's even has the luxury of like kind of being considered it within the big 3 or whatever, then he has to be top 10. So yeah, we'll give him that for sure. And I feel like if you're that kind of person or at that level of that caliber of an artist, when you produce an album with 20-ish songs, like you're gonna walk away with at least a few you really like, which I think we both did. But I would say overall, I was thinking about why it kind of felt forgettable to me, and I think I don't know, his flow and is kind of monotonous and it hasn't really changed, I think, a whole lot in the past 10 years. So that's one thing. Like when you're listening to that for 20 songs and there's not a whole lot of range, I think it kind of gets tiresome. And then on top of that, I think the production wasn't like as like grandiose or big as was hoping. I know he kind of touches upon like mental health throughout, but to me, it becomes again kind of tiresome. Uh, it's not. It doesn't really showcase, in my opinion, like the best version of himself, and I feel like we kind of already got that message in the last album, and it just feels like he's not consistent enough, and he's beating a dead horse with this theme of like, I've been going through shit, I was gone, but like I'm still one of the best. Like you can't. I feel like you can't really do that forever.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I quoted this wrong, I apologize earlier. The title of the album is Better Me Than You. Damn, I said Better You Than Me, but Better Me Than You. Yeah, bro, I don't have any real pushback to anything you said. What's for me, yeah, man, I think it was just I wouldn't say it was a hard listen, right? Like there was moments where I'm just like, oh yeah, this is flowing. You know, it is what it is. I think it's just yeah, dude, it's forgettable, bro. Like I literally forgot to add it to my fucking like my library. Like I heard it and I was like, cool. Like, you know, like, but again, I think in my mind, I was like a subconscious thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure we're going to add it now. That I just moved on.
Yeah.
And then I didn't go back since Friday, and today's Tuesday when we're recording this, right? And there was like no need for me to go back. It's funny you mentioned, 'cause I feel like maybe I saw a clip from like either Joe Budden or maybe Academics. I think it was Joe Budden, but they were talking about the production. Right? The production wasn't big enough, right, for what we're used to with Sean. But it's odd though, bro, because we have Hit Boy and Alchemist beats layered throughout this, right? So is it Big Sean? I think we made a joke prior, like, oh, when this nigga gets an Alchemist beat, you know it's the end of his career, because like, you know, like this is like what we need to do, like, to save your career. But yeah, I mean, I think the production was fine to me, dude. Like everything was just fine. I think where he lost me a couple times is just the back and forth where, dude, it did not feel like mental health. It felt like this wokeness, right? Like this like, dude, like the whole like skit about like Mother Nature, or like, did you remember that song or that skit where he's like, if Mother Nature wanted to just heat up, things will get really uncomfortable for us, and then we won't even be here for our kids. I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck are you, like, again, nothing you're saying is inaccurate, right? That's accurate. But also, like, bro, like, if the song prior you're talking about coming on a girl's face, and then we're going to this immediately after, it's just like, bro, like, man, I understand like there's different versions of a human being and you want to share that, but there's also like cohesiveness that's not present in this body of work.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you want to sound like a young dude and be like stupid, which again, I used to fuck with that back during the Finally Famous days and the stuff. What was it? Dark Sky Paradise? Was that one of his more classic albums?
Yeah. That's the one everyone's kind of alluding to as one of the better ones.
The better ones, yeah. I would say
Dark
that
Sky
one.
Paradise, yep.
Yeah. I would say that one was one that I don't think that shit had any skips. But again, bro, I think when that's the standard, and then it just feels like you're trying to recreate some version of your past success, it just feels obvious. And yeah, bro, there was like, again, I did like Typecast. I like the messaging there. I did like Precision. Was Precision the one with Larry June?
No, Precision was the 3-6 Mafia flip. That he was actually almost gonna have A$AP Rocky on, by the way.
Okay. Sorry. So Larry June was Million Pieces. So yeah, I like 3 songs. A good amount, but like everything else, bro, like the Cash Cobain one I didn't give a fuck about, but that might be more, I'm just like over that sound, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, man, there wasn't really much here, bro, that I was like, oh dude, play that back. Again, Typecast I did do that for, Precision I did that for, and definitely Million Pieces I did that for. But even like the song, and dude, on paper this sounds amazing, bro. The song right before that, number 13, This and That, Big Sean, Bryson Tiller, Kodak Black, bro, that should be a fucking banger, bro. And it's just like a whatever, but it's like a whatever verse by all 3 of them, right? It's not just like Big Sean's lackluster. Like maybe this is what the point like you were trying to make in like other like podcasts. Like like maybe the beats just didn't inspire the best out of these guys. Because bro, that's probably one of the worst Kodak features I've seen in a while. Bryson Tiller did nothing for that song, right? So it's just like whatever kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. And dude, what my last point is like I knew it was gonna be subpar when I woke up and I saw like all the different like media outlets posting about it. And the first comment was Big Sean.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, bro, like, dog, you can't like, I feel like you're trying to make us believe that this is the greatest thing you've ever dropped, right? And he's posting about like, again, we have too much information now. We know how these things work, but he's posting the, you know, billboard here and Amazon thing here. I'm like, dog, we know you paid for that, bro. So like, these are just marketing costs, bro. Like, I think back in the day when we were kids, like, oh, this guy must be the biggest thing in the world, like his face. But like, bro, now we know that's just the artist paying for it, which is fine. It's marketing dollars, but like, bro, don't show us that as like, oh, everyone's embracing me. Thanks for the love. It's like, no, you send them a check and they're like, yeah, we'll put your fucking album up for a couple minutes every day. Like all of that, bro. I was just like, man, like you're really trying to make us feel this is like the greatest thing you've ever done. And it's like, bro, it's not even that at all. So that even annoyed me a little bit more. Like, bro, like, don't lie to us, bro. We have ears. We've heard you now for, bro, it's 2024. I've been listening to Big Sean since, what, 2009, bro? So, like, dude, we've been rocking with you for 15 years. Like, dog, we know what's good, Big Sean.
Right. And I will say, I think hip hop in general is kind of struggling right now. It seems like no one's really selling. Like, unless you have like some crazy hype or antics or a crazy single, it seems like everyone's kind of just skating on by. And I think Big Sean is amongst the top tier rappers. I feel like he's kind of the more cookie cutter ones, like has pretty good club songs, but they're not like Drake level, or he has like pretty good bars, but they're not like J. Cole where everyone's tweeting it. And it's not like Kendrick because the concept, like he's not making crazy concept albums or anything. So I feel like he's just unfortunately competing in like too many amongst too many masters at different things. And he's kind of doing everything pretty well, but not enough to make those different people that appeal to each one care.
Yeah, like that. What's that phrase, right? The jack of all trades, master of none. That's exactly what he is, bro. He's dude. That analogy is perfect, bro. Because really, the best person to do what he does is Drake, right? If you're thinking, dude, he's nowhere close, right? Nowhere close in stardom, fan base. Again, the quality of quotable lyrics, right? Like, think about it, bro. Like, there was a 3-year span that all we kept talking about was like, bro, like. We know the moment Drake drops, every thought and everyone's gonna make, you know, their captions on IG a Drake quote. That's all it is, right? So yeah, no one's doing that for Big Sean, bro. So yeah, man, it just sucks, man, because I really wanted to wake up and like, oh, bro, dude, he's back. But yeah, I just think he's in this weird spot where he's just not really top of mind, and like even when he is, because the album dropped, it's like. I don't know, man. It didn't move me. Like, obviously, you and I sent it to each other because we do this for a living, right? Like, this is our thing. We've been doing that for 3.5 years, 4 years. But, bro, at no point did I feel moved to send any of my homeboys or whoever, like, yo, did you peep this song? Like, bro, not at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, once I got through this and I actually listened to it a second time on Saturday, I was like, bro, we're good here. Like, there's nothing here that I'm like, bro, I need to hear again. Which sucks because again, I feel like there was a moment here, especially for him, that we were like, nah, bro, like he should be in that top 5 argument. And, you know, maybe there's an argument to be made that maybe he's even closer than that. But I don't know. I think over time, he's where he needs to be. Like he was a dude who had a really good run, was super relevant. But then, dude, this is what happened after, dude. People aren't able to get to 15 years in hip hop, bro. Yeah. Like the other people are just, they're not normal, bro. J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake aren't normal, right? Like, I think Joe Budden compared him, or someone on that podcast compared him to like the Fabulous of this time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're always around, but like and initially they thought Fab would be like the successor to Jay-Z, right? And then it just never happened. you know?
Mhm.
And this is kind of what Big Sean is, right? There was a moment we thought he was that, but realistically, he's better than the young kids because we fuck with him from a certain time. But
Mhm.
then he's just that. Like, he's just the guy around.
Yeah. Which is crazy just thinking about. I mean, I fully agree that like once you pass the 10-year mark in hip hop, like you're basically legendary status because
Yeah.
like you can't that's something that like 0.0001% of the industry can accomplish. But it sucks because he's rapping at the radio station for Kanye, just hoping he gets a deal and like some nice change. And then now your next stressor is uh
To keep the
making it
fame.
to keep it like being top 5 when
Yeah.
originally you're just hoping people would fucking
Sure.
listen to your music.
Yeah, dude, it's again, what do we always joke around when we go on trips? Like, it's first world problems, right? Like,
Mhm.
it's elite rapper problems, right? Like,
Right.
yeah, dude. So, fast forward to a week from now, and honestly, we might need to segue into the Billboard thing right after this. But fast forward, what do we think this is gonna sell well? Like, do you think like the hype and the marketing leading up to it, right? Because think about it, bro. He did the interview with Charlamagne 3 weeks ago. He dropped 3 videos leading up to it. He dropped a whole was it off the radar freestyle a month ago. He dropped another freestyle, or he performed some songs at Complex the day the album dropped. So, dude, more than the average star is doing, and because most guys are just dropping it the day before and saying, bro, I dropped an album, and people fucking lose their minds because it's a surprise. So the rollout, we could say, was actually pretty extraordinary to what the norm has become. So how do you think it's gonna play out for him when it comes to the actual like numbers?
Personally, I mean, I don't think it's really going to sell too well just because of what I've seen from other recent artist sales, like Ice Spice, who you would think would sell like a monster amount, only sold
Especially because she's like
28K.
top of mind compared
Right.
to, yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he sells like 30 to 50 max, even with all this promo and single drops and TV late night show appearances and shit. I just feel like nowadays, if you're not like the talk of the town, like a Drake or Kendrick, or if you don't have a smash hit, like that can skew the numbers and everything. I feel like it's like your hardcore fans only that are listening to you.
Hardcore fans are like almost like, yeah, dude. So one, I think also cult following, right? Because we're gonna get into the
Mhm.
Travis numbers. I think Travis is that guy who has a cult like following. But bro, I was thinking about that, bro. Do you think there are hardcore Big Sean fans that like ride for him the way like we'll ride for like whoever our favorite artist is?
No, I think I thought about it. It's funny that you say that because I think a lot of people like him. I just don't know if there's that many people that absolutely love him. And I think it's
Yeah.
just he's doing consistent and kind of safe.
Yeah. And it feels safe, right? Like, you're not really ever dissing anyone.
Mm.
I understand the mental health shit is dope, and that was like the wave, and it should be, right? Bro, I was thinking about this the other day, bro, because I feel like, because I was watching this, one of the million shows I watched on Sunday was My Terrible Ex on Netflix. And it's like, bro, if you were ever a terrible ex, or if you ever had a terrible
Oh,
ex,
I saw a preview of that.
oh, bro, watch that shit, bro. These people were angels compared to what's actually happening in the real world, bro.
Uh,
So, but again, even in moments like that, I found myself thinking like, oh, well, maybe like, oh, sorry, on the show, they were like, well, maybe because he was raised in this environment. It's like, no, bro, we can just say the dude's fucking evil, right? Like, it's okay to say that. I feel like we got too fucking extreme that like there's a reason behind everything. It's like, or this person could just be a fucking asshole, and that's
Yeah.
fine, right? So I feel that's kind of how I feel about some parts of like the Big Sean content recently. It's like, bro, I love that you found this like enlightenment over the last like 5 years. But bro, I also don't give a fuck in the same aspect. You know what I mean? Like, you finding yourself, and dude, that's phenomenal. But if you can't convert that into quality content that I want to consume as a rap fan, bro, like I also don't care. And like, it seems harsh in like today's world, but bro, like I feel like 10 years ago, bro, we'd be like, yo, if it's not good, it's not good. Bro, like, what are we talking about? And I think I told you this before, but I'll repeat myself. I went to a selection thing in New York like 3 years ago, bro. 2 years ago, actually. And Joe K is like love Joe K. Shout out to him on selection. He was about to start a set. And he was like, hey guys, I'm going to take a couple risks. Just, bear with me. I'm like, bro, I just paid however much to get here. Just be good, bro. Like, I don't have time for this shit. Like,
wait, in the sense of you were hoping he would experiment and make it dope, or just don't even attempt it type thing?
Do whatever's good, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know
just
what I mean?
Figure it out.
Like, figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I know that he goes on like Jay Shetty, now back to Big Sean, about like explaining his mental thing, and he wants to, and I'm like, bro, just fucking make good music or don't, bro. Like, and that's where I feel like he's stuck in this in between of like, well, I don't want to be the dickhead rapper. I don't want to be the misogynist too much, but I'll do a little bit. I don't want to go too fucking mental health, so I'll do a little bit. It's like, bro, just do you, bro. And if it's, but whatever this version of him is, bro, it's just not good. Dog, like, again, and I'm saying the album was fine, bro, again, but bro, the fact that I didn't even remember to add it to my library, bro, and I've added plenty of shit just because it's like, and I'm like, that's a clear example of, I'm like, bro, this was like a whatever body of work. And like, when you think of his current career, the last 3 or 4 years, it's like, yeah, he's another guy. That's all he is.
Yeah. No, I don't think a positive message is enough of a crutch for someone to be like, oh, you're a hater if you don't like this, or as long as I talk about this, like, you have to say it sounds good. Like, I think unfortunately a lot of the negative music, for whatever reason, these guys know how to make it sound really good, so you kind of just are down to listen to it. Or maybe it's the positive message comes across as way too corny, so it's much harder to make it sound good, and maybe that's why most people don't attempt it, and he's attempting it and just kind of falls flat. Like, I feel like you can make a positive song and still find a way to have like a hard-hitting beat and like a dope ass hook. Like, it doesn't have to be so mellow and like borderline emo
Or like that thing where he's like kind of trying to sing but like not really. Which again I think did hit back in the day, but like when you're listening with 2024 ears, you're like, bro, like, okay, man, but like, yeah, again, I don't want to make this like a 45-minute rant about why he sucks. Like, again, in the grand scheme of things, I still consider Big Sean one of my, like, I truly like him as an artist. And like, again, if you don't like his new shit, just listen to his old shit, right? I think Jay-Z would say that, like, bro, if you don't like my new Jay-Z, go listen to old Jay-Z. It's fine, right? Like, people evolve. But I think to your point, like, he's trying to be in that 0.00001% of people that you keep fucking with them album after album after album after album. And unfortunately, bro, that's not realistic, bro. Like, usually your run dies down. And the fact that he made it to like 12 years of us still like aggressively trying to hear his shit, that's still an accomplishment, right? And I'm not trying to say, yo, retire, bro, it's over for you. But I do think the way he was trying to push this album on us to make us think that, like, bro, you're in that conversation, bro. Like, I think this album, and I do agree, I don't think he's gonna sell more than like 35 to 50,000 records. I think the public is gonna make it very clear to him where he stands.
Yeah, and he's admitted himself that he's inconsistent. So maybe, or hopefully, moving forward, he just won't be so hung up on like his position in the ranks, and will just make dope, fun music. And I think people will appreciate that. And you don't have to be number one. Like, being number one comes with a lot of bullshit that, in my opinion, isn't really worth it unless that's like your whole life purpose.
Yeah, and then also going number one, and then fucking Drake drops more fucking songs. Everyone's like, all right, let's go to that. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I felt bad for him, bro, because there wasn't one time on my TikTok algorithm that I was like going through it and like a Big Sean sound popped up. I was like, damn, bro. Like, yeah, it's just not like gonna happen, bro. There's none of those songs really catered to that. Or like, you would have to go out of your way if you truly wanted to make a Big Sean sound go with some kind of video you were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays I just feel like in this new era, like the antics and image and all that shit means so much more. And Big Sean's just like a cool, low key dude who kind of is really good at everything, but not like perfect at anything. And I don't think that, unfortunately, is gonna work.
When there's just so, I'm not even gonna say competition, right? But when there's like overwhelmingness of averageness, I
Mhm.
feel like you really gotta fucking stand out.
Yeah.
And he just kind of sounds like a version of everything else that's out. Probably a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
But you're not anything that's so drastic that I'm like, yo, did you fucking hear that Big Sean? Like, dude, bro, I was literally with two of my guys who I always talk about music with on Saturday. And at no point did I ask, did you check out the Big Sean album yet? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, bro, did you see that Drake shit's on fucking Apple? And they're like, yo, put it on. Like, at no point was about, let's talk about Big Sean.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but again, first world problems.
First world problem, bro. So shout out to him. If you haven't checked it out yet, again, the album is available everywhere. Again, let me get the name right. Better Me Than You. 21 songs. It won't feel like 21 songs because there's a few skits there. But again, check it out. Let us know in the comments what you're feeling about the project itself. All right. So speaking of billboards, though, bro. So I guess if this episode, sorry, is coming out. I guess in a few days. We're recording this on September 3rd. So Billboard just released the top 100 albums, right, for the week of last week, and Sabrina Carpenter, by 1,000 units sold, is going to beat Travis Scott. I think they both end up selling a good amount, like 300K plus, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Around 300. I think it was like 330 ish to be exact.
Okay, so I've never heard a Sabrina Carpenter song.
360.
Okay, which is fire, bro. That's like Drake, Taylor Swift, Kendrick type shit, right? So
Yeah.
that's amazing. So good for both of them. This is her debut album, I believe. I could be wrong,
Yep.
but I
Yeah.
think it's her debut album. Have you ever heard her before?
I've heard one song. Actually, the first time I heard about her, shout out to Jane if she's listening, but it was her song Espresso, which I think went viral on TikTok. And I heard it when we were listening to it in the car, and then I was like, "Oh, this sounds pretty dope." It kind of sounded like a Doja Cat song, and then besides that, I haven't really checked her out, but the name was familiar from that point forward.
Yeah, and from the female friends that I have on IG, they all love her. So I guess there was like some controversy because apparently Travis was pacing to go number one and then delayed releasing it because of Labor Day, and then she went number one. And mind you, Travis went number two with a mixtape that came out 10 years ago. So phenomenal for him. So your thoughts on, like, should this even matter, right? Should we just be applauding the both of them? And like, who gives a fuck right now because of the context of like, do we even check Billboard like that anymore? So like, what are your thoughts on just like this actually being like a topic of discussion in like the algorithm world?
Yeah. I mean, it feels a little hypocritical saying who gives a fuck because obviously, like, we're talking about it, but I would say, yeah, who gives a fuck? In particular, in this case, because they're not even the same genre, like, not the same type of artist. Like, Travis should be feeling lucky as fuck that he didn't promote this at all, from what I remember.
No.
And he's already selling like 10 times as much as like everyone else.
Dude, I think this, we could both check, but is Days Before Roadie gonna do better than Utopia? Or was Utopia like in the 600 range?
No, Utopia was definitely higher, but it first week sales 496.
Okay, so not drastically more.
Jesus, though. That's still crazy that he did 361 or whatever.
For an album that came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And like, I'm pretty sure his cult fan base heard it 10 years ago.
And then was there like a merch bundle thing?
No, so they removed that.
This?
I think
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is the first time since removing that I think an album that's this old charted this high or something.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, kudos to both of them. Sabrina, based on the little I've seen of her, seems like a really cool, like, no bullshit, gimmicky type stuff to keep her her name
Top of mind, yeah.
top of mind. None of that like what's it called? Salacious, wild bullshit that most of these new female artists are forced to do. But yeah, I feel like the streaming conversation's always just so weird to me, and puts a bad taste in my mouth. Is I don't like that it kind of is the focal point of every new artist now. It's like I gotta get the
Yeah.
streams, I gotta get the streams, and I get it. Like you want as many people as possible to listen to the music, but then I feel like that interferes with the creative process so much that it's like, are you even trying to make fucking music, or do you just want to hop on whatever trend is happening? Because now there's probably fucking every new chick trying to make a Sabrina Carpenter type song, and I don't think that's, if that's what you want to do, cool, but I don't think that's like setting a good precedent for newer artists.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that part I agree with wholeheartedly. I would say in the scheme of like who gives a fuck, I would just say this is a huge win for Travis, right? The
Mhm.
fact that this is even close just speaks to his cult-like following and how many fans truly love him, right? So rewind 2 years ago and all that shit that happened, and rest in peace to people who died at his show and all that stuff. Like, bro, like that from his like artistry brand standpoint, bro, it's like it never happened. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like a small blemish, an awkward 3-4 months for him. And dude, now he's re-releasing a 10-year-old album and it's fucking challenging the number one female pop star currently for the number. That's
Mhm.
amazing, dude. That's like unheard of. So
Yeah.
yeah, dude, good for him. I think he's a true, he may have finished second, but I do think he's a true winner here.
So I mean, I feel like when it comes to rap, he's kind of the last of the breed to be able to do this. Like, do you think he's the last superstar we'll have for a minute?
After Drake and Kendrick?
Yeah, after Drake and Kendrick.
Um, I feel like on a mainstream level, I'm gonna say yes, because I would say we need to put more respect on Tyler. But I also think Tyler, the cult and people who love him are as loud, but definitely smaller. So the
Mhm.
numbers just don't add up as much as they do for Travis. But I do think there's a very loud fan base for Tyler that fuck with him, and I'm one of them in a very heavy way, right? Because he has the bodies of work that stand the test of time. He gives you the weird shit. He gives you the emo shit. He gives you the rapidy shit. He gives you bodies of work that win Grammys back to back years, which is fucking insane, right? If you think about it. So yeah, man, I think Tyler and Travis though. Again, we'll see what ASAP ends up doing with this next body of work, but yeah, even him, I don't think ASAP is close to what Travis is from a
No, no, I definitely
mainstream
not now.
everyone. And again, I know that ASAP has a lot of the partnership deals, but bro, like so do a lot of fucking influencers, bro. So like, you know what I mean? Like you just because you also have this brand wanting you to co-sign their shit doesn't really mean that many people fuck with you, bro. Like I can find 4 IG thoughts that don't even have like 75K in fucking followers, and they still have like pretty legit cosigns, you know? So like it really, I just feel like he's like the IG darling, whereas I truly feel like Travis gets fans to either go see him, go buy his shit, go buy his merch, go stream the albums, and they enjoy it in a way where, yeah, like I don't think anyone besides him is really doing that besides the Kendrick and Drakes.
Yeah, no, I would for sure agree with that.
Yeah, so good for him, bro. Again, but now I want to check out some Sabrina Carpenter, bro, because I literally don't know one song. Like I can't even hum you a song, which is
The
crazy.
espresso one is pretty dope. It's like a feel good summer pop song that it sounds just like, Say So by Doja Cat.
Bro.
The
Yeah,
one that I
man.
think Nicki Minaj got on. It's like almost, the phrase that comes to mind is like bubblegum pop. It just has that uplifting sound that you wouldn't mind like your 11-year-old daughter listening to or whatever.
But in that song, is there she's definitely just singing though, or is like she's sounding like almost in a rapidy Doja Cat way?
She's singing, however you want to call it. It sounds like how Nicki Minaj used to do her little singy pop crap.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the moment I hear it, I'll be like, oh, this is that TikTok song that I kept like skipping. So,
Mhm.
okay, cool. I'll definitely peep her out. But yeah, shout out to both of them. Again, we're talking about the billboards for the first time in a long time. But yeah, I think Travis is definitely the big winner, even though, his album came out 10 years ago. All right. So real quick, before we get out of here, your thoughts on the ASAP Rocky Taylor Swift song and video?
Personally, I really liked it. In terms of like replayable value, not too sure yet. I definitely added it to my playlist, but I think what I appreciated is it sounded like, vintage ASAP Rocky. The video looked like he was having fun. It sounded like he was having fun. I thought it was pretty creative. Nice change of pace from what I normally see from most hip hop music videos nowadays. But yeah, I thought it was great. Now, is it gonna catapult him to the top and like, you know, cause a storm? I highly doubt it. I don't think either of his singles were at that level, but it still kept me optimistic about the album. I'm like, maybe he's saving the shit out I'll really, really like for the album. But overall, I thought it was fun and really cool.
That's really, what's the phrase, bro? That's really what's it? Optimistic thinking by you. To think that, like, yeah.
Overly optimistic.
Overly optimistic thinking by you, bro. Because like that, I do. Because I still remember like when 50 Cent did that, one of his albums. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you these songs, and then I'm gonna give you the banger. It's like, or give you the banger now, and I'll go check out the rest of your shit. But I understand what you're saying. I think the Taylor Swift for me, more so than Hijack, because I don't think Hijack really did anything for me, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I think the Taylor Swift one for me, especially watching it, the visuals for it, and hearing the lyrics, I at least appreciate there feels at least to be true effort here. Like, I'm trying to give you something that's gonna grab your attention, make you be like, yo, what the fuck did he just say? And like, what the fuck is happening in this video? Right. And not just in a shock all type thing. Like, no, like I'm genuinely doing this like in an artistic perspective. It's not just a bunch of, it is weird, right? But there seems to be like, it also kind of goes with the song in a weird way. So that was my biggest takeaway, bro. Like, I think I've actually replayed that video 2 or 3 times and then have texted the video to my boys, including you, like, yo, check this out, because this is like, yo, this is crazy shit. So again, that in itself feels like a win for him, right? If enough people are doing that, that's only a positive, right? Because I don't know how many people were doing that for his more recent stuff.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think for me, where a lot of the optimism comes from too is the first single, Hijack. I was like, it's all right, and then this comes out, I'm like, oh, I actually like this one better and the video better. So I'm just hoping that trend continues. I doubt there's like some smash hit single that we've yet to hear that has fucking like Skrillex and Bad Bunny on it or some shit. But at the same time, I mean, with Big Sean, a couple of the songs that I like the most
he didn't drop
weren't anything he released.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's the case with ASAP. But maybe it's just because we're in such a drought. Like, again, hoping for one of the former like greats who was at the top of the charts, like, can make his way back there.
Yeah, but we also now don't know when he's actually dropping the album, right?
I thought it was the end of this month. No, let me see.
I think it was meant to be the end of August, and then allegedly something got leaked, and then he pushed it back some more. I don't know if we actually have a date yet.
I think it's August 30th from what I'm reading.
Well,
but that was back in June. End of June. So very unlikely that it will be released in September. Oh, okay. I totally forgot we're not even in fucking August. So,
that's what I was gonna say.
Time's moving way too fast.
It's fall apparently, so there you go.
Okay, I mean, sometime this year, shit.
Yeah, dude. If we don't get it this year, that'd be crazy. Especially if he's like you said, it seems that he's trying to build some kind of momentum. But then I'm also would be very curious to see what is his fan base, right? Because I know he's beloved, but I don't know if people love him as an artist, right? Again, I just think he's and again, I know Drake alludes this to is like, but people are more concerned like the pictures of him and his kids and Rihanna, or who's he wearing now, as opposed to did you hear that ASAP Rocky song, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder how that translates. But again, good for him, bro. At least it was a moment where people are actually talking about the music and the visuals for a music video, as opposed to any side shit with Drake or Rihanna or anything.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, it can only be a win for him. So last topic before we get out of here and give you guys some heat of the week, bro. I think you're going to be shocked. Unless I already sent it to you. Did I send it to you? Damn, I hope I didn't. All right, I didn't. Cool. So you won't even know my heat of the week. Perfect. All right, so Drake uploaded 2 more songs from the 100 gigs on all DSPs. No Face and your favorite song, Circadian Rhythm. So now that those songs were uploaded, were you able to get a better vibe from it as opposed to going through like 100 gigs or YouTube trying to hear the song over and over again?
I mean, I didn't add it until today, but Circadian Rhythm, I think based on our last conversation, I was like, you know what, let me go back to it even more. And I fell in love with that one. So
Nice.
that one's definitely a replay for me. I think the song just is perfect for Drake. I think we even talked about it briefly. I was like, Ty Dolla $ign for sure would have been a perfect feature on that if he ever were to join that track. So yeah, I'm just happy that it's on DSPs now. So can't complain.
Dude, that one was definitely in high repeat value at like, again, we were at a backyard with a view of the pool and a lake on Saturday, and that was just like, bro, we're all drinking, we're smoking, like put that shit on over and over again, right? And one of my boys never heard it before. He's like, bro, play that shit again. Like we couldn't even finish the first verse. He's like, yo, just let me hear what he said about this. So yeah, it's just fun Drake, bro. I think if I had to guess, again, I know he's releasing these songs like on a Saturday, so I don't know what that means for numbers wise, but regardless of that, I feel out of all the songs, that's the one out of these DSPs 100 gigs that's gonna do, I think is being received the best from like the mainstream.
Yeah, it just, to me, it feels like quintessential Drake, where it's like melodic but still rappy, and the beats fire, and it doesn't sound like it's chasing a trend or anything. It's just perfect Drake formula.
Correct. Unique to him. You can't really see any other rapper doing it. Definitely like a Ty Dolla $ign jumping on and like adding to it. And then, but still talking his shit, right? Because I think like, I really like the, again, I think it's going to be people's captions already, but niggas can't speak my language. Like, bro, that's a fire line, bro. That's just like a fire line. It's like, bro, we're not even talking the same. Like, bro, like what you're talking, like we're not even the same atmosphere, let alone the same level. So yeah, I just think, I love that it's like a subtle way for him to stunt without it being overly aggressive. And then people are like, well, 4 months ago you were saying that. Like,
yeah. No, I appreciate that too. Just getting away from like all this beef bullshit that has been giving us fatigue.
On that song though, because I do think on No Face, you would think the next song after that's like a full-on like diss track again. Because on No Face, I think that there's enough like hints at like, bro, I'm ready to go now if we need to.
Yeah, fair. But I feel like that kind of Drake is very like an acquired taste. No Diddy.
Yeah.
Whereas all the others, like, like Headlines, that's kind of what Circadian Rhythm reminds me of. It's like just a fun song, but he's talking his shit. You could argue maybe some bars are a little too aggressive for him, but it's just dope Drake that you want to recite.
Dope Drake, 100% dope Drake. So if you guys haven't peeped it, and if you haven't gone 100 gigs yet, it's now available on DSPs. I have a feeling, bro, that whatever that drama's happening between Yachty and then that other dude from TikTok, we're not going to get the SOD on DSPs. Like there has to be something going on. Like there's either,
you think something going on with Drake and Yachty too?
Either something going on with Drake and Yachty, or Drake for whatever reason, or that guy that apparently cleared it then didn't clear it. Something's happening there, right? Because otherwise this song would have been uploaded already too.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
And dude, I fuck with that song heavy, bro. Like I really want that song on DSP so I can just like, because again, it's just too much work, bro. Like to do it for my phone, and then like I'm trying to do a fucking
Yeah.
5 minute set on the fucking whatever, and then it's like, bro, I gotta stop. It's just like there's no flow.
And then plus, it's eventually gonna come. So you're like, why go through all that work right now?
Correct.
And it might be here in 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm sure whatever's happening now is gonna be resolved. Yeah, I agree. We'll definitely get it. All right, bro. Great episode as always. Great catching up. But before we get out of here, let's do some heat of the week, episode 191. All right, bro. I'm gonna go first. Not that I think you're gonna steal this, but because I really want to get your reaction. So, bro, and again, if you heard this song already, it came out a month and a half ago. I heard this for the first time on Saturday, and bro, I had to replay this at least 7 times. I couldn't believe how much I liked it, bro. The remix to "Okay," which is JT from that Young Miami group, whatever, the City Girls group, and Jeezy's on the remix. And bro, Jeezy 16 is like our favorite. If you think of your favorite version of Young Jeezy, bro, he went back in the fucking time machine and brought him back to 2024. Bro, that first 16 is the most, I wanted to be single just to yell these lyrics from like the top of a strip club so the world could know how I felt. Bro, phenomenal. Because he's because he got divorced like 6 months ago from like that famous reporter or something. Yeah. So dude, he's like, you dropped the ball, baby. Like, like all like straight shots at her, bro. And it's just like the pettiest way, but he truly sounds like Snowman, Young Jeezy from like the first album. So I love when these like you said, we talk about Big Shot, like when these like legendary status rappers can like find that on a random 16, right? Like it may not be a full album, but they'll give you a random 16 here or there. Bro, right. Okay remix with Jeezy. Bro, I could not believe what I was listening to, bro. Like it's crazy.
All right, I heard a snippet. I'm super excited just now. And I had to check the release date because I was like, this for sure came out like 10 years, 15 years ago, right?
No, the song came out
2 months ago, the video.
Yeah, 2 months ago, yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, I'm excited.
Bro. Yeah. Please check that out because I was really like, bro, I don't even want to post this and ruin the surprise for this because I was like, dog, I was shocked. I was like, bro, how have I not heard this? Like, but yeah, go peep that. And that girl, JT, honestly, I think she has a couple songs that are doing pretty well, like at clubs. Like she does a decent, like I don't listen to her part. I'm like, yo, take that shit off. Like it's actually not bad.
Word. No, I'm down to listen to it and watch the video. Looks super dope.
Yeah. How about you, bro? What was your hit of the week?
It's crazy that this song is called Okay because mine is literally called Okay. Completely different artist.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think that's the first time this has ever happened.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's called Okay, and it's by this random rapper. I came across an ad on Thursday from a rapper called The Prophet. I believe he's from Ohio, but it was a different song that caught my ear. But then I ended up really liking this one. So it's called Okay by The Prophet. I would say it's like a very smooth.
E as in letter E.
Yeah, E as in letter E, and then space of the prophet. But prophet spelled like money profit.
Yeah.
It's called Okay. This song in particular it's like a smooth, almost atmospheric track. I'm trying to think of like what vibe would be similar to it. I don't know. It's a tough one. It didn't really sound like a whole lot that I was accustomed to hearing recently, which is
nice.
Part of the reason I liked it. And
of course, yeah,
it had a dope vibe to it. So I would definitely check that out. I have to get into the rest of his catalog. But so far I'm just happy. I always love it when I find new rappers I've never really worked or heard of.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's been far and few between that we're like, oh my God, have you heard this guy yet? Or this girl or whatever. I feel like that's been, far and few between. Honestly, bro, I would say the last like year and a half, if we're being honest, right? Because I even like, I think you said earlier, there's like a lull in music. But like, if you look at the releases, not really. Like we're getting music, right? It's just like, we're not like sitting down, like truly like saying, oh, this is like really good. Like
right.
Because the content's coming, bro. Like I look at that Friday drop and it's 6-7 albums every fucking week. And it's just like, meh. All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Is this song newer?
Yes, but let me see how new it really is. It came out November 2023. So I guess not too old. I mean, granted, I haven't heard anything else from him, so I would consider it pretty new, even though
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
I mean,
year away from
almost.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not too bad. All right, yeah. I'll definitely. If you see another song that stands out to you over when you dive deeper, let me know.
Okay. Word.
Yeah, let me know. But yeah, definitely let me know what your thoughts were on my okay. When we're done with this.
For sure.
But cool, my guy. Great episodes always. Thank you for letting us push it back a couple minutes. But let the people know we got going on. Let's get out of here.
Is there catch us at audio-theory.com. New episode every week on all platforms. We also have the Spotify and Apple Music Heat of the Week playlist on there as well. So check that out for the Heat of the Week selection. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube, peep down below. We have the merch. It's also on the website as well. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, comment, do what you can to support the channel.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, definitely like and comment. We definitely appreciate the support.
Yes,
Love
sir.
you, my guy. We'll talk
Love you
soon.
too. Peace.
Peace.